Okay, yogis, thanks for being here. Welcome. So, if you have tight hamstrings, which most of us do, this week is your lucky week because we are going to be working on our hamstrings this week. Hamstrings are the muscles in the back, three muscles in the back of your leg that goes from your butt all the way down to below your knee. And they are they work hand in hand with your quads. They're antagonistic muscles, meaning when one contracts, the other one relaxes. And I'll show you how that's going to work for us in today's practice. So the three muscles in the back of your leg, if you care to know what they are, the biggest one is your biceps femoris, and then you have your semimembranosus and semitendinosus in order, going in from outside to in. All right, so as we go through the practice today, I will tell you what's happening with these antagonistic muscles. But first, as always, we have to start with our pranayama. And I always tell everybody that deep breathing is the most important thing you can do for your health. And I decided to compile a list of 10 reasons why that is. So 10 reasons why deep yogic belly breath, it's called yoga breath, belly breath, dirga breath, is so important for your health. In no specific order, this is not like a Letterman going from number 10 to number 1. This is no specific order. They're all equally important. But number 1, it improves oxygen delivery to every cell in the body, increasing the functionality of every system in the body, including mental concentration and physical stamina. Number 2, it lowers your blood pressure by dilating blood vessels. Number 3, relieves pain by producing endorphins, which is your body's natural pain remedy. Number 4, lowers stress by lowering cortisol, which is your stress hormone, your flight or fight hormone. Number 5, it promotes a sense of well-being and alleviates depression because of the endorphins, the feel-good hormone. Number 6, detoxifies the body by stimulating the lymphatic system, which cleanses the body of harmful toxins and boosts your immunity. Very important. Number 7, increases the size and capacity of your lungs, which allows for enhanced physical performance. Number 8, and this is a good one, keeps your teeth straight. Now let me explain how that works. Your tongue is a natural brace for your teeth. Everybody's teeth are always moving. Teeth are always moving. So when your tongue rests in the roof of your mouth, when you're breathing through your nose, it's a natural mold for your teeth. That's why you can't snore at night. When you snore at night, your mouth is open and your teeth get all crooked. When you close your mouth for 8 hours a night while you're sleeping, your tongue is your braces for your teeth. That's why how your teeth are going to stay straight. And in fact, let me just tell you, there have been studies with young children with very crooked teeth and breathing problems that have gone through breathing therapy, corrected their breath so that they could breathe through their noses. And I'm not kidding you, within 2 years, their teeth straightened without braces. It's true. Number 9. You'll like this one, reduces and prevents wrinkles because your skin gets more oxygen. And number 10, relaxes your muscles and physical tension, which too much physical tension aggravates your health. All the above decreases the rate of your aging, both physically and mentally. This is the book I recommend you read. Breath by James Nestor. And this is a quote that I always tell you from this book. No matter what we eat, how much we exercise, how resilient our genes are, how skinny or young, none of this will matter unless we're breathing correctly. That's what these researchers have discovered. The missing pillar of health is breath. So, breath, deep breathing is like water. You do it every day, several times a day. Please sit up nice and tall. Allow your air pipe to be nice and open. Feel the crown of your head reaching toward the ceiling as you close your eyes and start focusing on your deep breathing. Maybe this is the first time you've done this today. Maybe after hearing all these reasons for doing it, you'll do it more often. Several times a day, deep, big, slow, full breaths. And you want the breath to go all the way down to your belly, expanding your belly like a balloon. You can remember the acronym slow, even, long, and full. SELF. Slow, even, long, and full breaths. As you breathe, feel your blood pressure lower. Feel your muscles relax. Feel your tension leave your body. Feel your immune system getting boosted. Feel your skin getting smoother. Okay, please, let's do one more deep, deep breath at your own pace. Slow, even, long, and full. And then please bring your breathing back to normal. And let's take a deep breath together and Om in. Om. Om Balu Satguru Bhagavan Ki. The divine is the inner teacher. So to start off with our hamstrings in our asana practice, let's come into Dandasana, please, staff pose. This is how we started last week with our quads, and now you know that our quads are antagonist muscles to our hamstrings. So flex your feet, and when one muscle contracts, the other one relaxes. That's what antagonistic muscles do. When one contracts, the other one relaxes and lengthens. Just bring your shoulders down from your ears, hands by your sides, flex the feet and just lift your thighs, contract your quads muscles. And right now you are beginning, just doing this, you're stretching your hamstrings. Just by doing this, your hamstrings are relaxed, and because they're the antagonist muscle to your agonist muscle, which is the quads. You can remember that because your quads are in agony. They're the agonist muscles. A couple of deep breaths here. Make sure your head's right on top of the shoulders. Okay, now keeping your legs like they are with your quads contracted and your hamstrings being stretched, take your hands by your sides, come from your hip crease, and just bring your chest slowly forward. And then slowly back up to center. And we'll do that a couple of times, very slow with breath. So inhale here. Exhale as you come forward with your chest. Keep the spine long. Make the breath long. Inhale through your nose as you slowly come back up. And exhale through your nose slowly as you come back forward. And notice how when you move forward, your hamstrings get a little more stretched because your quads get a little more contracted. That's the beauty of our body. We have antagonistic muscles in our body. That's one of the beauties. And then inhale back up. And one more exhale, come forward, keep those quads contracted, feel your hamstrings gently stretch, keep the spine long, keep the head in line with the spine. And then come back up to center. Okay, so bring your arms out to center in front of you. Keep your legs contracted, and we'll do alternating leg lifts, leg and arm lifts. So lift your right leg and left arm up and then back down. And then right arm, left leg up and then back down. And again, opposite arm and leg and then down, opposite arm and leg and then down. Once more, opposite arm and leg and then down, opposite arm and leg and then down. Okay, hands go back by your side. Cock your left foot out slightly so that you can kick your leg straight out to the side like so. Okay, so you're abducting your hip here to get your leg to the side. And just do a few lifts like this to try to keep your spine nice and long. Okay, and pause, and we'll do the other leg out to the side, and then in, out, and then in, out, in, out, in. Okay, good. Okay, bend the right knee. Keep the left foot flexed and active. Take your fingers and lace them behind your thigh, your right thigh. Sit up, pull your chest forward and up so you have a nice long spine. And then we're just going to straighten that right leg and then rebend. Straighten and rebend. Straighten, rebend, straighten, rebend. Place your foot on the mat. Take your left arm, hug the right knee into the chest. Inhale, left arm, right arm forward. Exhale, twist all the way around, plant your hand behind you, twist your torso, use your right hand as a kickstand to keep your spine vertical as you twist. And don't forget to take several deep breaths here. Now, deep breathing all throughout your yoga practice today will count as your deep breathing exercises. Just make sure the breath is very deep and full. It's hard to get it down to your belly when you're in a twist, but you can do it. Okay, now we did this last week. If you were here, we're going to take our left hand on the outside of the right foot, scoot our right hand back so you have a little bit of leverage to straighten the left leg. Now you can use a strap around your foot here. If this doesn't work for you, just get a strap and put it around your foot and hold the strap. And then you're going to continue to twist. And once you're in a twisted position and you're comfortable, maybe you can lift your right hand off the mat behind you and just use your belly muscles more to twist. Okay, bring your hand down, rebend the knee, and reset your spine in Dandasana. Bend the left knee. Take your fingers and lace behind your left thigh. Make sure your right foot stays flexed, your right quadricep stays contracted. And pull your chest toward your leg, and then straighten, and then bend. Straighten, and then bend, and straighten, and bend. So when you straighten again, what's happening here is your quads are actually relaxed, or your quads are relaxed, contracted, and your hamstrings are relaxed. But when you bend, feel how your quad relaxes and your hamstring contracts. I don't know if you can feel that, but that's the action here. Okay, put the foot down. Take the right arm, hug the knee into the chest. Inhale, left arm forward. Exhale, twist all the way around, using your right arm as leverage, left hand behind you as a kickstand for your twist, and breathe deeply. Okay, now reach down. Right hand takes the outside of the left foot, or you can put the strap on your foot here. Keep your body in a twist as your left hand moves back so you can straighten your leg. And then get your balance. And if you feel comfortable, lift your left hand off the mat behind you. So you're using your abdominal muscles to hold the twist. One more breath. And rebend the knee as you exhale. Come back forward. Straighten both legs. Reset the spine, tilt the pelvis forward, shoulders down, chest open. Reset button. Okay, so now we're going to bend the right knee again. Bring it out to the side with the sole of the foot inside of the left leg. And then we're going to walk the left leg out. If you're sitting, you can sit up on a bolster to help this action, but if you can, bring your leg down to the mat. But if it's up here, it's okay, as long as it doesn't hurt. And if it's bothering you, you can place a block underneath of it. But if you're sitting on a bolster, it helps to get your pelvis forward and the leg down. Okay, so with your left leg out to the side, bring your hands in front and just come from the hip crease and just bring your chest forward with a long spine. Now, don't allow your back to buckle here. Think about your tailbone sticking out the back, crown of your head going up. Nice long spine. And don't forget to breathe. And maybe every time you exhale, when you exhale, your muscles relax. And that's why it's good to get a little deeper into the pose every time you exhale. Good, very good. Okay, slowly come back up center. Straighten that leg, reset the spine. Now we'll bend the left knee out to the side, sole of the foot inside the right leg, and we will walk the right leg out to the side so that we're in a V. Again, either if your knee bothers you, make sure you support it with something. If it doesn't bother you, that's great. And then we'll just, again, come from our hip crease, try to tilt the pelvis forward, bring your chest forward, holding your body with your hands, and just relax as you breathe deeply. Keep the head in line with the spine. Keep your shoulders down from the ears, and your neck is long. Okay, slowly, please come back up. Legs reset, Dandasana. Spine resets, Dandasana pose, staff pose. Okay, so now we're going to straddle both legs into a V. And so go as wide as you can and still not kill yourself. You want your knees pointed up and your feet pointed up and your pelvis tilting forward. So which means you have a nice long spine. So keep the quads contracted here. Remember, the contracting of the quads relaxes and lengthens your hamstrings. So keep the quads lifted, toes, feet flexed, and then come from the hip crease with your hands in front. You can also use a block in front if you like. Keep your spine long. Keep tilting the pelvis forward. Think about one long line. Crown of your head to the tailbone. Keep the feet flexed, keep the knees pointed up. The tendency is to allow your legs to fall outwards. So you want the knees pointing up. And then every time you exhale, maybe get a little deeper. Maybe you can grab your feet. I know some people can get their chest down to the mat. I will brag about my 84-year-old friend, Jimmy Hatcher, who can do this pose just like this, grabbing his feet like this. You'll see him do it on Tuesday if you come. He might be 85 by now. I've lost track. And then slowly back up. Take your hands underneath your knees so you can bend the knees easily. Walk your feet back in, and then hug the knees into your chest. Bring your forehead to your knees. Tuck the tailbone under. Push your spine out toward the back of your mat in a C shape. And then come upright and come on to your table pose, please. So one very important thing you can do every day for your health is spinal movements. You have to keep your spine strong. You're only as young as your spine is flexible. That also is a quote from our friend Jimmy Hatcher. Take a deep breath with a flat back. Exhale slowly through your nose as you bring your bottom toward your heels. Inhale very slowly as you bring your back to the table with a flat back inhale. Exhale, push into your cat backs very slowly, curling the tailbone, curling the chin, pushing your spine upward like a scared cat, feeling your vertebra here open. And then very slowly through your nose, drop your belly down, extend the head forward, tailbone back, push the shoulders toward the back of your mat in your cow pose. And then again, with very slow breath, exhale through your nose as you go back into your cat back. And then inhale once again through your nose as you come back into your cow pose. Make sure that your shoulders stay down from your ears in your cow. And then exhale. This time you're going to bring your bottom all the way back towards your heels into a child pose. And then slowly inhale back into table. And slowly exhale back toward child pose. And from here, you're going to push into your hands and come up onto your knees. Reach up, Urdhva Hastasana, inhale. Exhale, arms in a T, Anjali Mudra. And then pause here. We're going to we'll start with the right leg. Take your right leg out to the side like so. So your toes are pointed away from you. Pad knees here. I probably don't have to remind you, but I will. Pad your knees here as needed. So your right leg is at a 90-degree angle and your foot's lined up with your knee. And then take your right forearm and push it against your thigh as you push your thigh against your forearm. So opposite forces here. You're pushing and pulling at the same time, or pushing and pushing at the same time, I should say. Your hands pushing into your thighs pushing into your arm. And then bring your left arm up beside the ear. Inhale, reach up. And then exhale, you're going to reach over towards your right leg. Keep the left shoulder back. Don't allow it to come forward. And keep pushing your knee into your thigh into your arm and your arm into your thigh. And then come back up. And then the hand comes down. Take your hands down in front of you and then extend that right leg out to the side with your toes pointing forward and it's still lined up with your left knee. So this is like a dog leg. Plant your left hand and then twist open to the right. And then that hand comes down. Okay, now you're going to walk your hands a little bit to the right, and you'll see why. This is a balancing thing. And then you're going to sit back towards your heels, toward your left heel, keep your right leg extended. So this maybe all you want to do is just right here. But if you can, bring your arms out to the sides like an airplane. So you want to shift your weight so you get enough balance so not all of the weight is on the left kneecap here. And then breathe. So you can either come really low with this, you can come a little higher with this. Probably the ideal is to have your back parallel to the ground and then breathe. This is called Bennu bird. And then bring your hands back down. Good. Bring your right knee in. Return to table. Take a deep breath. As you exhale, you're going to kick your right leg behind you, but you're going to keep your knee bent. So the sole of your foot is going to push up toward the ceiling. And then you're going to bring it into your chest, tuck your chin, nose to knee. And then slowly, you're going to kick it back out with bent knee, sole of your foot pushing up to the ceiling. And then exhale as you bring the knee into the chest, tuck the chin, nose to knee. Inhale one more time as you bend your knee and push the foot up to the ceiling. Exhale, tuck the chin, nose to knee. And then one more time, extend your right leg behind you. Left arm forward into your balancing table. Or stay there, or grab your foot with the opposite hand and kick the foot into your hand. Good. And then release. Bring your hand down. Then bring your knee down. Flat back table. Inhale. Exhale. Bring your bottom back toward your heels. And then from here, take a deep breath. Push into your hands. Come back up onto your knees. Urdhva Hastasana. Reach up with your fingertips, palms facing each other. Inhale. Exhale, hands come down. Now we're going to kick the left leg out to the side with a bent knee. Line up the foot with the knee, and you want a 90-degree angle in your leg. Okay, so your left arm now is going to brace against your thigh, and you're pushing your arm into your leg while you push your leg into your hand. And then the right arm comes up beside the ear as we reach over to the left. Keep the right shoulder back and up. And feel the muscle engagement in your left leg, pushing into your arm and your arm pushing into the leg. Okay, one more breath. And then pull yourself back up. Bring your hands down in front and extend your left leg out. Line up the arch of your foot to your knee. Toes pointing forward. Put weight into your right hand and twist open to the left with a deep breath. Inhale. Exhale. Hand comes down. All right, so now we're going to go into the Bennu bird on this side. So walk the hands a little bit to the left this time. So you just have to judge for yourself where you feel balanced. And then sit your bottom back a little bit so you can distribute your weight evenly so that you can lift your arms out to the side. Now your right toes can be tucked or untucked. And then breathe. Good, you guys. One more breath. And then the hands come in and the knee comes in. Back to your table pose. Square up your table so your wrists underneath your shoulders, knees underneath the hips. Take a deep breath, flat back. Exhale, lift your left foot behind you with a bent knee, pressing your sole of your foot up to the ceiling. And then exhale, bring the knee into the chest, tuck the chin, nose to knee. Inhale, kick the foot back out, sole of the foot going toward the ceiling, bent knee. Exhale, knee to chest, nose to knee. Inhale, kick the foot back, sole of the foot to the ceiling with a bent knee. Exhale, knee to chest, nose to knee. Inhale, kick your leg back. This time, straighten it and hold it. Bring your right arm up into your balancing table. And for an option, you can take your hand, grab your foot or ankle, kick the foot into the hand, open the chest and the shoulder. I know this doesn't work for everybody. That's okay. And then release, bring the hand down, bring the knee down. Take a deep breath. Sit back towards your heels again. And then come back up to table. And now bring your right foot up between your hands. And if you have blocks, it's a good idea to use them here so that you are framing your front foot with your blocks. Now, if you're like me and want more of a quad stretch in your left leg, you're going to walk the right foot up and then rebend the knee so that your left knee is back further and you feel a little bit more stretch in that quadricep. Okay, good. Are we good? Okay, come inhale, come on up, Anjaneyasana. Couple of deep breaths here. Make sure you open your shoulders, chest wide. One more breath. And then exhale, bring your hands down and bring your right hand to the inside of your right leg. You can use the block here or just put your hand on the mat. And we're going to do an open twist. So you really need to steady up that leg. If you can push that knee against your arm, go ahead and do that. Make sure that the knee stays over the ankle because we're going to open the left arm and twist. This is an open twist. So your arm is supporting your leg. One more breath. And then that hand comes down. Move your right hand back to the outside of the right foot and back to blocks if you have blocks. Now we're going to walk our blocks back toward our body as we straighten the right leg. Flex the right foot and your right leg is straight but not locked. So make sure there's a little teeny bend in that leg. You can lift your blocks to a higher level if you like to keep a long spine. This is half a split called Ardha Hanuman. Come float your chest down toward your leg, micro bend in the knee. Wonderful hamstring stretch here. So you can just feel the back of that leg and just relax, just allow it to relax in the stretch. Keep the foot flexed. By keeping the foot flexed, you're engaging the quadricep. Remember, that's the agonist muscle that's allowing you to stretch your hamstring. Okay, rebend the knee, walk the blocks back forward. Good. And then move that foot back. Bring your left foot forward. Keep the knee over the ankle. And again, if you want more stretch on the right quad, you're going to walk your left foot forward and then rebend the knee so that your right knee is further back on the mat. Blocks go on either side of the foot. Make sure the knee is directly over the ankle. Raise your arms up, come into Anjaneyasana. Open chest, palms facing each other. Lean back, maybe look up even. Breathe. Yes, it takes a little bit of balance. One more breath in, and then exhale. Bring the hand into the inside of that leg. Now brace your leg. You can use a block here or not. Brace that leg against your arm. Keep that knee over the ankle as we open twist to the right. Yeah, good. Very good. Good, good, good. And then take one more deep breath. Hand comes down. Move your left hand to the outside of that foot. And we'll walk the blocks back, straightening the left leg, flexing the left foot and coming into the Ardha Hanuman half split on this side. So you can move your leg around so that you feel balanced. I usually move mine toward the midline a little bit more so I can square my hips, and then just allow your chest to float down. Keep the foot flexed, micro bend in the knee. You can raise the blocks if you like to keep your shoulders down and relaxed. Your neck should be relaxed. Relax your shoulders, relax your chest. Think long spine, deep breaths. Every time you exhale, maybe get a little deeper. Okay, very slowly rebend the knee, walk the blocks back up. So now that you can bring that leg back, and you can use your blocks here or not, we're going to come into a downward facing dog. So tuck the toes and lift your hips up in the air into your downward facing dog. And whether you're using blocks or not, the cues are the same. Spread the fingers wide, bend the knuckles, squeeze the forearms toward each other, let your head melt between your arms. Chest is going toward your thighs with bent knees. Roll the thighs in. And now bend your knees a lot to walk up to your hands. And with bent knees, hang here in a forward fold. So start with your knees very, very bent. Good. You can use blocks here. And then while you're here, think about gently and slowly, maybe straightening one leg a little bit. And then rebend. Straighten the other leg a little bit. And then rebend. And then go back and forth very slowly, alternating which knee you're pedaling. Very slowly. And just feel the stretch in your hamstrings. Okay, now pause here, bend both knees a lot, and then take your right hand onto your left ankle or calf. And then keep both knees bent to start, but as we twist open to the left with our arm, we're going to straighten the left leg, keep the right knee bent. Inhale. Exhale, come back down to center. Pause here. Bend both knees. Take left hand onto the right calf or ankle, and then open the right arm to the side as you straighten the right leg, keeping the left knee bent. Good. And then that arm comes down and very slowly rise up with bent knees. Good. Inhale, reach up, Urdhva Hastasana. Exhale, arms in a T. Anjali Mudra. And then please come into Tadasana, mountain pose. Reset the spine, reset the body. Think about your head on top of the shoulders. Shoulders down, chest forward, tummy in, tailbone down. Roll the thighs in slightly. Very active mountain. Active mountain. Okay, so your blocks are still handy beside your feet, I hope. Inhale up. Exhale, bend the knees, come all the way down, hands on blocks. Inhale. As you exhale, step the right foot back into a high lunge. Now, this is important that you line up your left knee over the ankle, right over the ankle, and that your hands or blocks are right on either side of your front foot. Not forward here, not behind here, just either side of the front foot. Have a little bend in the back leg and lift your back quadriceps. So you're contracting your right quadricep so that you're stretching and relaxing your hamstrings in the right leg. Okay. Now, slowly straighten the front leg as you walk your blocks back toward your body. So now both legs are straight and your feet are hip width distance apart, like you're standing on railroad tracks. Level your hips by shifting your left hip back and your right hip forward. So that your sacrum, if someone were behind you, you could put a cup of coffee or a glass of wine on your sacrum and it would be very level. Now rebend that knee, walk the blocks back forward. Line up the knee over the ankle. And again, think about lifting your right quadricep, pushing weight into your right heel so that your hamstrings can stretch, relax and stretch. Okay, now engage your abdominal muscles here. Find a focal point in front of you and just do what you can here. So we're going to take our arms off the blocks and we're going to reach them behind us. You can rest your belly on your thigh, arms behind you. So push your fingertips away so that your shoulders come away from your ears. Very good, very good. And then very slowly, do what you can here. Bring your arms forward, keep your belly down, bring your arms forward. Now, very slowly, because this takes a lot of balance, maybe bring your torso up into a high lunge. Good. That's very good. Very, very good. Okay. From here, open arms in a T. We're going to hug ourselves with the left arm under the right. Lift the elbows up to shoulder height and come into eagle arms. Don't think about anything but your breath. Keep weight in the back heel. We won't be here much longer. One more breath. Exhale, unwind. Hands come down. All right. And now we're going to step up with our right foot. And then very slowly come up. Inhale. Exhale. Arms in a T. Anjali Mudra. Tadasana. Active rest. I know that was a lot of work. Proud of you guys. All right, ready? Inhale up. Exhale, bend the knees, come all the way down, hands on blocks, one on either side of the feet. And then take a deep breath here. As you exhale, step your left foot back to your runner's lunge. It's Ashwasana is what this is called. Runner's lunge. Line up the right knee over the ankle. Micro bend in the back leg so that you can lift the back quads. Put weight into the back heel and just allow your hamstrings to stretch. Your quads are the agonist muscle helping you relax your hamstrings. Make sure the front knee stays over the ankle. Okay, everybody. Take your hands now behind you, belly on your thigh if possible. Push your fingertips toward the back of your mat so you feel your shoulders move away from your ears. Very slowly, do what you can. Bring your arms in front, belly still low. And then very slowly lift your torso. It takes a lot of work to do this, but you can do it. Good. Inhale, open. We're going to now hug each other, right arm under left. Stack your elbows, bring them up to shoulder height. Come into eagle arms here. Breathe. Good, you guys. Breathe. One more breath. Exhale, unwind, hands come down. Now, step your right foot back to downward facing dog using blocks or not. Take one deep breath. Exhale, bring your knees down to the mat. Sit back to a well-deserved child pose. Ah, rest your head on something, either the mat, block, hands. Okay, slowly push up. Come onto your backs. Have your block handy. Bend your knees. Okay, so we're going to do a supported bridge pose. So I'm going to give you an option here. Supported bridge pose means you're going to lift your hips and put your sacrum on the block. But now we're not going to lift our legs just yet. So we're going to stay in this supported bridge, flatten your shoulders down. And this will give you an opportunity if you want a higher bridge, just lift your hips a little higher and push the block up to whatever height level you want. The highest level if you like, medium level, low level, whatever level you choose, just make sure you're comfortable there, that the block is underneath your sacrum so it's not pinching your lower back. Make sure that your chest is coming up to your chin. Your arms are relaxed by your sides and shoulders are flat down on the mat. Maybe you can start with the block on low. Wait a couple breaths, move it to medium. Wait a couple breaths, move it to high. Whatever you like here. But the block is supporting you in this delicious back bend. If your block is on the high level, you ought to be able to feel the tops of your shoulder blades. The very tops have a lot of weight on them. Try to keep your legs parallel to each other. Don't allow your knees to flail out to the sides. Now, walk your right foot just slightly to the midline so you can lift your left leg up high toward the ceiling. And pause here. And bring that leg down. Walk that foot, left foot slightly toward the midline so you can lift your right leg. Good. Okay, slowly lower the right leg. Lift your sacrum so you can remove the block. And then roll over onto your right side, onto your right hip. Extend your arm and use your right arm as a pillow. Bend your knees. And then take your left knee, bend your left knee and grab your left ankle and bring your left heel into your bottom for one last stretch of the quad. And then release that foot. And then we're going to roll to the other side so that we're on our left hip, using our left arm as a pillow, and bend the knees, and then gently reach down and grab your foot and bring your heel into your bottom. Now, a strap can always come in handy here if you can't reach your foot. Good. Release. Roll onto your backs. Hug both knees into the chest. Release your spine. Roll around on your spine a little bit. Take a deep breath. As you exhale, lift your head, tuck the chin, bring your forehead to your knees. And then very slowly uncurl the spine. Rest your head back down on the mat. Bring your feet down to the mat. Extend your legs long and come into your Shavasana. So please focus on your breath. Slow down your breathing. Feel your belly rise and fall with your breath. Relax your legs, all those muscles that we used, let them go. Relax your hips, soften your belly, soften the chest, and release all the tension in your shoulders and your neck and your jaw and your forehead. Focus on the breath. As I read you this cute little prayer by Mary Oliver. May I never not be frisky. May I never not be risque. May my ashes, when you have them, my friend, and give them to the ocean, leap in the froth of the waves, still loving movement, still ready beyond all else to dance for the world. Please bring your awareness back to your breath and slowly deepen your breathing as you make very small movements with fingers and toes to wake up your body. And please bend your knees toward your chest and roll onto your right side in a fetal position to seal the practice. And in doing so, we're sealing off the hot, bright, masculine, fiery side of our body. And we're exposing the dark, cool, calm, feminine side of our body. And that calmness will carry us for the rest of our day. Please, very slowly, keeping a quiet mind, push up to seated. And I shall do the closing chant. Please join me. Loka samasta sukhino bhavantu. May the entire universe be filled with peace and joy, love and light. Victory to the Cat Rock Yoga class and to the inner teacher. Jai Shri Satguru Maharaj Ki Jai. Knuckles to my forehead honors God. Knuckles to my chin honors you. Knuckles to my heart honors myself. Namaste. And Jai Yogis. Thanks for being here.